Hey guys, Road Warrior here. I recently just podiumed and put up a really good run in the Ide Huge Ide comp here on Fishing Planet. I was going to walk you through some stuff, but I did eventually take third. Man, one more pound of Ide and I would have took first, but I'll go through everything here in the upcoming clip. Okay guys, now for the marks and bait you did have. You want to spawn there at the resting water spawn point. Walk to your left. I'll kind of fast forward here in a second, but walk to your left. You're going to walk all the way down here at the end, and you're basically just going to turn right. As soon as you get all the way down here, just in the event you didn't know how to get there, so simply spin right. Here's my first spot. This spot's usually really productive. I'm sure some people, probably most people, have that mark. If you did not, nonetheless, you do now. Here's another mark that I like. Now this spot can be weird. You can get them to the left or the right. Sometimes they're 123 foot out. Sometimes they're short. Another spot I like is right here, casting out there at 123 foot. Same thing there. They could be, anywhere in that range. If you have trouble with that spot, move up to the left. As well as this spot over here. You can get a unique or a trophy from either one. Now this spot up here at the top, you can get a lot of chub. It's definitely hit or miss. I wouldn't bank your whole comp on that, but in the event nothing else is warm, you can actually use that. Now going on to the setup here, I do like the Laker Pro 12 foot 2. One catch on this one, I'm using 12-pound fluoro with a 14-pound monoliter on it. Since you got the breamer on there and it's a 13-pound reel, you can only one click that to be safe. I do keep that down, but it's a fast reel speed, and that's big on these, especially if you end up hooking into a unique. As far as your hook sizes, I'll talk about that as the run progresses, and just kind of showing you here kind of how this can play out. And this is definitely a hit or miss comp. I do have an open cage feeder on that. I do use a mix in this one. As far as your baits, dragonflies, Schaefer, Bartle beak larva, that sort of thing. Now here's the actual mix that I put together for this: X flavor, molasses, oil pea cake, hemp corn, a little bit of universal, big riverine, and carp rivals where as well if you need that. Also, if you did not know how to mix that up, obviously just hit triangle once you've programmed all those in. Simply go over to your feeder rod, go down, and it'll bring up what you just mixed up. Simply click on that, and it'll actually throw it into your feeder. And then here's the first spot. And I'll narrate a little bit here and there as we go on critical things. But one keynote you'll watch as this goes through. Pay attention to what I'm doing. I'll kind of just give you the strategy here to start. Is if I start with like a number one first, in other words, a big hook kind of test things out. You can get a unique on the number two, not saying you can't get it on number four. I usually start and just kind of gradually. If I'm having a good run like I did today, for sure. You kind of just got to know you have your situational awareness, whether you're getting bites or not. If you're not getting bites, obviously downsides to a 2, even maybe a 4. What I like to do, though, in this, if I do get a unique like I do here, I would suggest, just to avoid some swim offs, and you're at a spot that's active. So if you get the unique first to maximize your points or your pounds, because this is a total weight competition, I've kind of gravitated to, if the spot's active, I might as well get however many pounds I can out of it. So what I do here is instantly go down to a number 2, stay with the same bait, cast right back out, and sometimes you can get a common, maybe 2 trophies, as well as I'm trying to get trophies out of here because I know for sure they will respawn in about 30 minutes. So good rule of thought is if you catch a trophy or 2 in your first spot, you can go back towards it in the last 15 minutes or so, even the 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Kind of get you some critical pounds that you might need. As you can see here, I did downgrade hooks. I'm in the same spot. Even though I got the unique first, I think it makes more sense to try to get a couple more pounds out of here. That way, number one, you'll have respawn trophies available towards the end. And not to mention, if the spot's active, you might as well go ahead and instead of leaving with 4 pounds, try to leave with 8 or 10 if you got an active spot. But I'll kind of just let the rest of this speak out and kind of show you how this run plays out. Okay, guys, in this next spot, you just want to spawn here at this spawn point, walk all the way down here to the left. Can get a little confusing, but it shouldn't be overwhelming for you. But I do want to try to go into detail, so in the event that anybody's trying to figure out this huge ide in the future, and I know there's a lot of people still just trying to get into competition. So bear with me, fellas, if you're, feel free to fast forward a little bit if you need to, but I'm just kind of showing you exactly where I walk. And I did put all these marks up at the start of the video. Also, one thing I want to mention too is be very careful. I've actually had, especially the uniques, they will spit the hook. So in the event that you do get a unique, be very careful that you'll notice here, as I get ready to catch this fish, be careful, once you set the hook, you might, pull up on the rod a little bit here and there. But if you notice, I'm mainly just reeling. That's for a reason. These guys are jumpers. So I just want you to be careful in the event you do hook into a unique. Be very careful. These things will spit the hook. Be careful that you don't be over aggressive with the rod until you're up close. They will spit the hook, fellas. Okay, also guys, if you notice again, I did downgrade to a 2 right after that unique. Again, just trying to maximize your points per spot. If you get in an active spot, you might be able to get 4 or 5 ide heck from one spot. So trying to avoid swim offs again. That's up to you on how you want to do your hook sizes. Each run can be different in this as well. Also, a note that on my comp play along, I'd figured this comp out a long time ago as far as being able to score fairly well. This is definitely a hit or miss comp, as for you as well. But I would say that some moves that you could make if you're having a really slow run in this is to, change some baits around, change spots. Definitely play with like a hook number 1, number 2, number 4, somewhere in there. Try to get yourself active, but you will have a lot of ups and downs in this competition as well. I think in my comp play along, I got 1 ide in 45 minutes, and this is just kind of what it looks on the other end. But I wanted to make sure I did explain a lot of this in the best details that I can. Going here towards the end on a critical thing that you might, do towards the end is I get this in here, but it seems slow. I'm looking for respawns. I did stay with a number 2 because I know I'm not going for a unique at that point. I'm just wanting to get trophies or better, but it seems slow, so I even changed baits, just critical right there because I know I feel I should have a trophy at least due to me. So I go down all the way to number 4 because I want to avoid a swim off altogether. And sure enough, it does pay off. So it's those things, those instinct things that you can do that'll help you out. Again, I hope this does help somebody in the future, as well as current players that are trying to figure out the huge ide here on Fishing Planet. It's a fun comp. I do have a love-hate relationship with it, however. It can be really slow. You can have a really bad run. You can also have really good runs. But I just wanted to prepare you for anything. I hope this helps, and we'll see you guys again in the next one.